Hey guys, welcome back. This is Shaseen in the future because in this video I still haven't cut my hair. I just want to introduce this new series for y'all. This is a series called Healing in Real Time. Navigating a season that I really just never expected, really trying to turn a negative into a positive and really just take y'all with me one step at a time. Welcome to Healing in Real Time, episode 1. I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradict me. I be so bored myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like water while you play me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of just wanted to just get myself together, feel a little cute. I feel like lately I haven't really been, feeling myself, and I've been having like a lot going on. So I kind of just want to chat with you guys a little bit. I'm going to do my hair last. I'm just going to put this headband on while I do my makeup. I almost feel like uncomfortable like talking about it, but I feel like I can't live in like delusion. Like I can't sit here and like lie to myself like I'm completely fine. Like I may look fine. I think overall I'm okay, but mentally, emotionally, like I don't think I'm okay. I've kind of just been going through a lot in my head. It kind of just makes me wonder, like, was it my fault? Like, was it something I did? And I feel like doctors always kind of, want to tell you that it was nothing that you did. But like me personally, from like past experiences, I genuinely feel like this happened to me because I was on the depot shot for 3 years. I got my period possibly like 2 to 3 times out of the entire time that I was on it. It went on like that for almost 3 years. I want to say I stopped taking the shot maybe like a few months before I reached the 3-year mark on the depot. I really feel like that played a huge role into what I'm going through right now. So after I got off the depot, I obviously don't want kids at the moment. So I got back on birth control. I got on the pill. And so this time, I was getting my prescription for 3 months at a time. So I did 4 months. And then my 5th month, I didn't finish the pack. And then I still have a brand new pack that I haven't opened. I went to the doctor like November 16th, and I was in the hospital for like 4 days. And as far as my symptoms, I was just feeling like lower pelvic pain and just upper abdominal pain. It really felt like I couldn't walk. I really couldn't do much. I just started running a whole bunch of tests. It started off as, just maybe an abscess in my left ovary. It looked fairly larger than my other ovary. So that was kind of like a concern for them. They just kept running tests. I got a CT, I got an MRI. When I left the hospital, they basically said that I was gonna have to get surgery, and I got referred to the oncology department. So I actually had an appointment December 4th. So like 2 weeks after I was in the hospital. From there, they basically set up my surgery date right away. And from there, I really wasn't getting many answers, mostly because they weren't going to be able to tell me much until I had the surgery. The only way of really telling what was kind of wrong with me was them going in. And so once I had the surgery, right after surgery, they said everything obviously looked good, which was a good sign, but we weren't in the clear till the biopsy came back. I went to an appointment, I want to say like the 28th, and they still didn't have the results back. So at that point, I thought, okay, maybe everything is good. If it was something like bad, we would have already known by now, because they did say 2 weeks. And when I went to my first checkup appointment, I was at the 2 week mark. So I'm like, I think everything, this must be a sign that everything is good. Well, I went to my appointment. I had my next appointment January 8th, which was my 4 week follow-up. At that appointment, they basically told me that the left ovary that they had removed basically they found stage 1 cancer. And honestly, that's just like something super, super scary. Like, I really still don't even know like how to feel. Like, I just feel like I'm just trying to navigate this as positive as possible, but I really feel like your mind definitely plays tricks with you. I have good days and I have bad days, and then I really just have days where like I feel absolutely nothing. Like, I just feel so empty inside. And I know that this obviously isn't like, oh, this is terminal cancer or nothing like that, but just still the idea of hearing those words and knowing that I have to go through chemo and all this treatment, it just kind of makes me scared. And I really don't know what like the future necessarily like holds for me. I feel like everything just kind of came at me like all at once. Like, I just don't know how to feel, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm scared, I'm mad, I'm sad, confused. Like, I'm just feeling like a lot right now. And not to mention, like, I got all this news like before my birthday. So it's like not obvious. It's obviously not something that you'd want to hear right before your birthday. Really, never. It's never a good time to hear something like this. I will say I'm kind of glad that I found out sooner rather than later. I feel like I have way more options at the moment as far as like treatment, but it's just a scary situation. I had so many plans this year, which we're still working on all that. But I feel like right now, like, my primary focus should be, just trying to get better, go through this treatment, and really just try to feel okay. As far as like kids, like, I feel like it just puts me in a space where I'm like, it makes me wonder, will I ever be able to have kids? And I just feel like if motherhood is something that's meant to be for me, then I think it'll happen. I don't think I need to put too much thought into what's currently going at the moment, because if it's for me, it'll be for me. God will allow that for me. So I shouldn't be too worried about that, even though it is something that kind of goes through my mind a lot. The thought of, okay, I already got one ovary removed. I'm only left with one, which that doesn't decrease your chances of becoming pregnant. But now it's about the fact that I'm going to go through chemo, and chemo affects your fertility chances like a lot more. So basically your ovaries go to sleep when you go through chemo. So I won't be getting a period. I won't be ovulating, none of that. And I will be going through chemo for 6 months. So I'll go once every 3 weeks. So there is a possibility that, your ovaries don't wake up. I will be getting put on some medication. I'm going to be getting 2 shots to kind of help with the like fertility side of what chemo can do to my body. We just got to hope and pray for the best. I've also been going through a period where I question a lot, like, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? Or what was it that I could have done differently? And I will say, like, the only thing I truly feel like I could have done differently was maybe not be on Depo. I personally feel like, yes, like, like just the idea of having children young can be like a really, really scary thought. But personally, like, I think my thought process at the moment is like, well, damn, like, I think I would much rather be pregnant at the moment than having to deal with, like, cancer and going through chemo and all of this, which I just feel like, God picks its battles. God picks the strongest battles for his strongest soldiers. So I think I just need to take this as, this is probably just, I don't know, life testing me at the moment. But I still feel like I'm destined. I'm destined for greatness, and this is not gonna stop the show. Like, I think I'm still gonna continue to do what I do, and I personally really want to use this time where, like, I'll obviously be focusing more on my health rather than working. As y'all know, like, I do nails, and I really feel like I've always wanted to really get paid off of social media. So what better time than now to actually, like, really put all my effort into building a platform and, just building some sort of community on the internet, and obviously trying to make income out of this. I really want to stay as positive as possible, and I really want to share as much of my journey as I can. I will probably be, like, sharing on TikTok and, updates on YouTube. Like, bear with me, because I have days where it's like, I really don't know what I want to share or if I want to share. A part of me, like, keeps telling myself that I really do want to share, but then another part of me feels like I don't want to share because I don't want people to feel bad for me. I feel completely fine. And I mean, this is me before treatment. Who knows how I'm gonna feel once I'm actually going through the treatment, but I know as of right now, like, I feel fine. And I do want to bring you guys along. As far as, like, how much I'll share, that'll probably vary with, like, just how I'm feeling. But I genuinely feel like, I just have to stay positive and try to get through this. Right now, it really does feel like my world is kind of falling apart, but I can't do nothing but, try to stay as positive as I can. I don't know what more I can do. I'm really trying to think of, like, symptoms that I maybe probably experienced beforehand. Maybe, like, somebody's going through something similar and they just, like, haven't gone to the doctor to get checked. But I feel like for me, it was pretty much, like, I felt like it was something minor. I never thought that I would be going through something like this. I literally felt perfectly fine besides the day that I decided to go to the ER. I was experiencing, like, stomach pain, which is not, like, out of the normal for me. I typically feel like I have, like, stomach problems on a regular. I was put on omeprazole, which is kind of like an acid reflux medication. I experienced stomach pain on a regular when I maybe eat the wrong foods or, something like that. But this time it kind of felt more so like a UTI. Like, I felt like my pelvic area was hurting and it was pretty hard. And that kind of raised signs for me to, like, okay, like, you need to go to the doctor, which I had been going to the doctor for stomach pain for a couple months now, but never pelvic pain. I felt like, this was a new symptom. It had barely started. So it just kind of makes me question, like, if this was something that recently started going on with me, or I don't know. But I do know that, my symptoms were fairly recent. I want to make this like a series. I really don't know what I want to call it just yet. Like navigating chemo, or like, you know, I really don't know what I want to call this. But I'm just basically going to be sharing like how I'm feeling, like everything that I'm doing to try to cope with this situation that I'm going through. I feel like this is probably just going to be like a safe space for me where I kind of just talk to myself, because it really feels like I'm just talking to myself and letting things out. I'm not really expecting for nothing in return. I think overall, this kind of just feels like therapy for me, just kind of talking about it in the mirror and really just facing it myself. Nobody else is like, you know, really going through this but me. So I'm really the only one that kind of knows, you know, what I'm feeling like. And I don't really expect nobody to really understand what I'm like going through necessarily. I just want like people close to me to be understanding of me and know that I'm going through something, and like I don't really know like how to navigate it necessarily. I know that, you know, chemo comes with like hair loss, and it's also something that like I'm like trying to process at the same time. I already had plans of cutting my hair because, as y'all know, like I was ginger for a while, so I recently went back dark. I just kind of want to, you know, I guess I'll cut my hair short. At first, it was up in the air. I didn't really know if like that's what I wanted to do. But I feel like now that, you know, I'm going through this phase of my life, then I might as well just cut my hair and just let this journey just be what it's going to be. Make it as smooth as possible as I can for myself. I know that it's just hair and I can buy me a wig, and even though that's something I'm worried about, I feel like it should be the least of my worries at the moment. I think I just need to work on getting better and focusing on that, putting all like my energy into that. Everything else, you know, it'll come later if it's meant to be for me. Everything will work out in my favor. I'm really trying not to, you know, be too worried about that. Even though I feel like I'd be lying to y'all if like I say like I'm not worried, because I very much am, and I feel like it's like eating me up. I only known about this a couple days ago. Y'all will probably see like my birthday vlogs and stuff before y'all even see this, because I did request to try to start chemo after my birthday. I kind of just want to have like, you know, feel normal for my birthday and just really soak all that in and just feel like I'm myself one last time, and really just like go through it. I'll probably be like going through this all the way up until the summer, like sometime in June. So we'll see how this goes. It's a very tough situation for me, and honestly sharing it is also, I feel like it's taking a lot in me. But I just feel like I want to share this journey. I want to be the most vulnerable like I really have ever been. I know there's probably somebody out there going through the same thing as me, and maybe somebody that doesn't even know they're going through something, and it can actually help them, like, I don't know, get diagnosed or like go get checked. So I feel like I just need to share my journey. I know I said I was gonna do my hair, but like honestly, my energy has been like, I have energy, but I really have been feeling like my motivation just has not been there all the way. So I'm gonna put a headband on. I really just want to say thank you for listening to me basically just like yap, vent. Like, it has been pretty rough for me, and I know like I haven't been as consistent as I've been wanting to as far as YouTube, but I do want to come back and just really share more with you guys. Definitely expect more of me. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.